100.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory here with Will and Tad, where we cover all 32 teams. Today, we're looking at an AFC rivalry between the Tennessee Titans and Houston Texans, with the Titans coming away with a massive upset victory, 32-27, knocking off the AFC South leading Houston Texans. So a big win for them, a big step in the right direction for Will Levis, 18 of 24, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns, one interception. And all of that was despite his offensive line letting him get sacked 8 times. I mean, that is just remarkable that you can give up 8 sacks and still win a football game. Like that's really surprising to me. So that is what it is. A few other offensive players I'd like to highlight. There's a lot of them that did well. Pollard, 24 for 119 and a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 5 catches for 93 yards. Chigoziem Okonkwo, the tight end, 1 catch, but it was a big one, a 70-yard touchdown. And of course, Nick Westbrook-Akine, 2 catches for 48 yards and a touchdown. And I'd sincerely like to know where you would rank this receiver amongst AFC receivers.
Nick Westbrook-Akine. Boy, he's a hype player, isn't he? Especially, the past 2-3 weeks or so when Tad and I watch NFL Red Zone on Sundays, because that's what we do. We're also following, we follow games exclusively, but we also mainly watch Red Zone.
For sure.
Nick Westbrook-Akine, a big name there. Certainly been hyped. Scott Hansen hypes him up. So, he's a fun guy to watch. 17 catches, 304 yards, 6 touchdowns. Out of Indiana, one could say he could be certainly sneakily very good sometimes, for sure. And he's been turning up of late.
He has.
So, I've been liking what I've been seeing out of Mr. Nick Westbrook-Akine.
Yeah, he's definitely increased his level of play. So, looking some at the Tennessee defense, Kenneth Murray had 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 deflections, and 1 hit. So that's a good day for him. Are you seeing anyone else in the Tennessee defense that you'd like to highlight?
In the Tennessee defense, this is a defense that Harold Landry, you got guys like Jeffrey Simmons, Devondre Sweat. Just guys that went out there and made plays.
Yeah.
And this Tennessee team, Houston, this was a fun game. Even going into the fourth quarter, you really didn't expect Tennessee to pull away and get the win, but they find a way to do. And it's just, it was a feisty game. It was a grit and grind type match between these two divisional rivals.
Yeah. Looking at the Texans offense, my question would be what went wrong in the run game? You got Joe Mixon, 14 carries for just 22 yards, and then Stroud also had 3 for 18, and that's it for their run game, 40 yards. What went wrong in the Houston rushing attack?
I don't think necessarily anything went wrong. I just think that their offensive coordinator should have definitely called for more running plays. This might be more so on him than anything. It's not a lack of. Sometimes these things aren't necessarily what they do on the field. We have to remember that there's guys on the sidelines that are directing and coordinating this thing too.
Oh, certainly. So basically what you're saying is it's highly likely that what went wrong was actually with the coordinator and not on the field, which is a fair take.
Absolutely, because it's just like, okay, why aren't you getting these guys more involved? Why aren't you calling for more running plays here? So,
yeah, or even better running plays. Because like I said, he got 14 rushes, Joe Mixon, and only got 22 yards. So you got to see a little improvement there, but you could also see better calls for sure. Looking at the receiving game, Nico Collins, 5 catches for 92 and a touchdown. Cade Stover, the young tight end out of Ohio State, 3 catches for 26 and a touchdown, sneakily good on occasion. A few things I'd like to highlight on the Houston defense. Like I said, they had their 8 sacks, so they were getting at the quarterback quite often. 2 sacks by Will Anderson. You'll have a sack by Derek Barnett. 3 sacks by Daniil Hunter, who had a huge game. 5 tackles for loss. 7 tackles, 6 solo tackles. And where would you rank Daniil Hunter amongst front 7 players in the AFC?
Yeah, Daniil Hunter is. He's a really fun guy to watch. He's really exciting to see. Daniil Hunter, definitely a top half defensive player in the AFC.
Oh yeah, fairly easily. I think that's fair to say. Looking at what the Tennessee Titans have upcoming, they will be traveling to the nation's capital to face the Commanders December 1st on CBS at noon. And looking at the Houston Texans, they will look to bounce back and get back on their winning ways when they travel to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. Potentially, Trevor Lawrence back, so we'll see what happens there. That's also on December 1st. Do you have anything you'd like to say on these matchups? All right, then. Thank you all for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe, and follow our Gridiron Glory channel throughout the season. And happy Thanksgiving week.